that the hit that was taken on me was never going to be with the 9mm. It was going to be a serious thing. So the idea of getting me an armored vehicle. Now, is there capture at RAF? Yes, a lot of it. A lot of capture. And those that don't want to care, or some of us that refuse to be captured, will be called names. We're invited to all sort of manner of things, Chair. We refuse in the space of what we do. Are people capture? Yes, there are people that capture spaces. And RAF, Chair, it's a 48 billion economy. You must understand it. And if you want to understand it, you must understand it in the context of your PRASA. Probably their budget is at 25 billion now, or 30 billion. Ours is 48. Sanral, I think they're sitting at 33. I don't know what SAA is. Should be lower. AXA is even lower than us. I think it's less than 10 billion. But there's a difference about RAF. This is cash. There you have got to build a road, people must see it, and then you must spend. No, this is cash. People make money just by filling forms. Okay? And then you disperse this cash. And you must understand it as that economy. Fundamentally, you could sit there, Chair, and exchange a few things and make, let's just say the claimant gets 10 million. You can get 2.5 million easily like that, because people just take 25% of whatever the amount. And I'm even told that these days they want to claim that disbursements that have to, if they had hired a senior counsel, does not form part of that. You must call the legal services ombud to come. He must explain to you the difficulties of our people coming out of there. So, the more time you take in settling a claim, the more money the lawyer makes. It's a fact, factual. So, that's why you would see, we say, give us the information. RAF Form 1, give us all the information so we can settle your claim. They take us to court. We say, chaps, medical aids, no man, you can't do that. There is this Medical Schemes Act that says whatever, court. We say, let's bring the medical tariffs, court. Anything we have done at the RAF is taken to court. And they said to me, well, we don't have to pay legal fees. We are lawyers. We just draft the papers and you see. So we want to change the model, court, Mabunda versus others. We'll get to it, Chair, because that 4 billion, you'll see how people want to play it. This so-called, they went and terminated an internal legal whatever that was assisting them. You must read the judgment of Ketsekele versus the RAF. It will give you a story about that. In fact, it says that the panel or the funds the legal representative were complicit in the scheme to fleece the RAF. It's not me. It's there in court papers, but you will see it. So who wants to capture the RAF? The people that continue to chow in the RAF. So, Chair, this 30 billion, we took it from the likes of DiBrolio, the likes of Gertnel and Associates, and every other top-level law firms. And that's a fact. Okay, so when they fight, you are not surprised. They pride themselves by fighting. By the way, they killed RAPs, and they pride themselves with that. Now, Honorable Shikombane says, is there corruption within RAF? Yeah, well, one of my predecessors and one of my mentors once said to me, you can never finish corruption unless you are part of it. So as you move, it moves. So you must understand that as you move here, it moves the other direction, okay? So we never knew that Discovery was claiming from us. Because how do you know? They never claim from us. They get their members and they hire a law firm. The law firm takes their members and they claim from RAF. And then at the back of it, they then say, let's pay us because you can't get this money. We have already paid it. So that's the reality. How we got it? There's a lady that came to me crying, I got money. Discovery is taking it. And I said, what do you mean? She says, no, they are taking it. They're saying it's our money. My lawyer gave my money to Discovery. Yeah, they are claiming. You want to discover? What does that even mean? So we went and we looked. And that's how we discovered this 500 million a year. Okay? Okay? So it will come back, Chair. And the deputy chair must answer this. The deputy chair of our board must answer this. Whether she was not at 360 Health, and whether 360 Health does not manage CISO medical aid, and whether CISO medical aid has ever claimed from RAF, even during the time she's on this board.
Repeat that. For record.
Let's start here. Our deputy chair once applied for a position as CEO of RAF and she didn't get it. Okay? She gets appointed to the board, right? After complaining about not getting the position. Then she's on the board. But when she's on the board, she is a CEO of a company called 360 Health, which is a medical scheme management company like Discovery Health. Okay? They manage CISO medical scheme. CISO medical scheme has been claiming from RAF during that period. And you can understand the fight between us and Discovery and whether what position she will sit in when it comes to that. But we'll get to that. Now, the issue around, Honorable Shkwambane says issues of governance. I must say, Chair, when I was sitting at home, I was shocked when I was told no. Actually, the first thing that shocked me was a letter that says you have been placed on special leave. And I phoned board members, and I'm like, what's going on? And they say, what? We are not aware. So they check the letter. The letter gets sent to me before it gets sent to them. They then say, but this is not our decision. Until today, there's never been a serious board meeting that discusses that. Now, the issue about the CEO position is a very strange phenomenon because, as I said, we sat in a meeting where the issue around reappointment was mentioned. It was not mentioned by us. We can give you, if you look at my papers, actually it's in there. That indicates very clearly what must happen when reappointment is being done. Is there interference from the ministry? Absolutely. Absolutely. So the main person, the minister, I don't know about the minister. I don't remember her, but I know that the deputy minister has got a very serious interest about this because I do not think that she wrote to other entities and asked them the same and that they must advertise positions.
You see he?
There?
He.
Yes. The deputy minister.
I'm saying, you are saying she, he.
Oh, he. Oh, yes. I don't think he did that. Because, firstly, the RAF board, every time they receive a letter from the ministry, they panic. And then they ask for a legal opinion. Even in this instance where they received that, they asked for a legal opinion. There was a meeting that was held, apparently instructing this, and they asked for a legal opinion. They must give you that legal opinion. And then from there, I would not know exactly what happened, but what I know is that on the 14th of May was the last day on our 360. people did 360. They must give you the outcome of that 360, because I don't think that it was paid using state money, so I'm sure you deserve to know. My view is that it didn't come as the way they thought, because in the 360 chair, LSSA was there to assess me, lawyers. I think BLA was there to assess me. The medical fraternity was there to assess me. I'm telling you about people. When I say 50 billion went, these are the people that are included in the 50 billion that we took away. So you must understand it in that context. I just said, let it be done. My rights are known. I'll defend them if there's a need. So then there is an issue around security. I think, look, who wants to kill you? Hey, I don't know, I've got so many enemies. And most of them, as a consequence of RAF, my children are protected. And against that issue of bringing assets back, I have refused to bring the assets back, because I still want those protectors to use those cars to make sure that my children are safe. But my children did not apply for a position at RAF. So there was that assessment that was done, that my children must also be protected. Right? So we had to do a lot of other things. But there was a time when armed people, armed assassins, full in an H1, broke through, held people at the RAF, the security at the gate and then went in. Lucky enough, that day we had a board meeting, it ended late, but it was online. So I think they got their wires mixed, that they would still be there, because we are people that actually work after hours. So that happened. And then there was a time when I had to be evacuated from a stadium because there was a hit on me. And we picked up that the heat was coming from the taxi industry. That I've discussed with the state security agency. So yes, they know about that. So there are cases as well that are opened there, Chair. So that's the truth. Now,
are you concluding?
No, I'm coming to Honorable Governor.
Okay.
Misconduct allegation, 79 million. I think I've dealt with that 79 million, Dean. Are you cleaning up the entity? Of course. It's very strange. These days, the so-called whistleblowers are everyone else that we have either fired, had problems with us when we arrived. These people that had mixed allocations and all that, suddenly these people are the best. They are whistleblowers. They are coming back. And then people tell them right so that we can act on it. We know. They meet with them, they tell them that. And we know that we have got evidence to that effect. In fact, I know those people by name, right? Now, the letter received, I wrote, I said, Honorable Member, that I received my letter on the 27th. Actually, I received it because I read it on the 28th in the morning. Before then, I did not know that I was on special leave. That's why I was somewhere here. It was, like I said, it was a shock. On the 30th of May, I write to them, and what I say to them is that your conduct is unlawful. I can't be there. Because I went and checked our leave policy. I signed that leave policy, I know it. I don't remember at any point where you can be given special leave without asking for it. And when they were confronted with that in this very room, they then started saying things. There's a lot of things. And I'm like, hey man, it was not SIU anymore. No, he didn't want to come here. Then when, as they do, every time someone wants to answer, especially the acting CEO, when he said, no, we have never been instructed to not come to scope at all. It was their decision. I'm telling you, Chair, until today, as I know it, unless it changed after I was then put on suspension, The 20th of May decision not to go to Scopa has never been changed. Can't answer that. It has never been rescinded. So the decision not to come to Scopa is a board decision. You would see it in the letter of the 22nd of May to Scopa to say we are not coming. For that reason, please postpone. So the story that I said I'm not coming is not true as well to Scopa. Look at the last letter that we sent, I think around 4:25 on the 27th. It says, can you please postpone? So this story that I was not coming to Scopa is not true. Then when we realized that they're not going to move the meeting, they're not going to postpone, guys, there's an instruction from the board, let's all go. Then I land here, and then I'm told that I can't come here. She signs this special leave thing at 5:30. You see? Conveniently, it's not sent to me. I'm leaving at 9. It's only get to me at 10 to 11 when they know I'm airborne. There's nothing I can do about it. So those are the facts. Then I write to them again on the 31st, because I then realized something. They then lied to board members and say they could not find me from the 24th to the 25th on a weekend. I had gone AWOL. Firstly, Chair, 24th and 25th of May were a weekend. RAF does not open during weekends, and I don't think that I must ask for leave. I could have been anyway. But it's also not true. When you go and look at it, I've written it. It's in my papers as well. 36 minutes I spoke to the company, it's not company, board secretariat. I spoke to him on the phone. And you won't see any missed call because they lied. They just went and lied. Or misrepresented, as the chair would like to have it. But I mean, if you say, I can't find someone, I've got a PA, they never called my PA. I've got an office manager, they never called those people. Neither have they ever called me and got a missed call. So I've proved that, I've put that in there. Which office have you told? I went back to the chair and I said, if you are saying I must bring back assets, this includes vehicles. No, this includes vehicles. Those vehicles, one of them is an armored vehicle. A couple of them are actually armored vehicles. For obvious reasons, that the hit that was taken on me was never going to be with the 9mm. It was going to be a serious thing. So the idea of getting me an armored vehicle, now I must take it back. And I said, no, I can't. And then their lawyers came back and said, bring back the car. And that's what also made us to rush to court. Because the view was that, no, let's also challenge that. So we are saying that, what are we challenging? We are challenging the suspension and its subsequent instructions and conditions. So that's what we are challenging, Chair. It's a matter of public knowledge. It's there on the papers. The papers, apparently, they are doing rounds in social media, so they are there.